Dr. Hassan is part of an interfaith diversity task force commissioned by the county to gather testimony about bias following 9/11. They'll recommend ways to reassure citizens if terrorism strikes again.
Since September 11, I received around 5 cards like this. It says, Rushdie, how interesting. Muslims read the Quran and then go outward and kill people. We know they hate all Jews, Christians, and Americans, just as you do. Does your Quran lies to you?
Does that card have a postmark on it?
Yeah. Actually, this is the latest one.
And they're from different people?
I think it's the same person.
Okay. This is the kind of thing we want to educate people so this kind of thing doesn't happen.
Well, I think it's very important to keep in mind this report is for the broader county community in order that we all learn how to respect one another.
Every time anything happens overseas, they come to us and they want to know, they want to go to war with us. And the most serious case that I recognized was 9/11. And we addressed the school and people were harassed personally. I was around town after it happened, and it reminded me of the Iran crisis environment of hostility. I saw people giving me strange stares with suspicion, there was rudeness. But immediately after the president said, no, the Muslims are not our enemies, that kind of lifted, that kind of went away.
September 11th last year, I think, made us all aware of our vulnerability. What happened after September 11th? Reports of many different groups, Arab Americans, Muslims, who were targeted both by members of the public as well as police officials and the government. And we want to hear from you.
The people in the Islamic Center, they do not welcome interfaith. We don't recognize interfaith. And this coalition that you're talking about, that interfaith people can be getting together and can solve our problem, I don't think this is acceptable to us.
I appreciate you making that comment because it gives us an opportunity to recognize us from different faiths as equals without trying to convert or to meld, to make a mishmash. We want to strengthen the Muslim community just as we want to strengthen the Buddhist community and the Christian community. Everybody has a lot of work to do to live up to the ideals of his or her faith.
Well, as you know, we can't stop people from talking, but I don't think Islam prohibits interacting with people of other faiths. It is not an Islamic concept, and I can stand for that any place.
We're not trying to put people in a blender and make them all the same. That would be terrible. And in all of my years working in the interfaith community, never has anyone sought to convert one another. That's beside the point. That's not respectful.
Open hearts, open minds. An interfaith response to terrorism will return after these messages.